Hi everybody, Rob Keys here doing another quick edition of What's in the Box. Today is May 16th, 2014, which means Godzilla is finally in theaters, and it's a very exciting film for me. My dad made me watch a lot of Godzilla films as a kid, and I know a lot of people hate it, but I even enjoyed the Roland Emmerich version in the late 90s. I just love Godzilla. So this movie topped our list on Screen Rant with the most anticipated films of 2014. Almost everyone on the staff put it in their top 3 or top 5, so it was our number 1 movie. Number 2, of course, is Guardians of the Galaxy, which I'm super excited for. And that's coming out August 1st. And today on this website, if you go to screenrant.com, you can read our official review of Godzilla. And we did a podcast this morning with our main 4 editors and 2 special guests who also write for gamerant.com and screenrant.com. And we reviewed Godzilla. So if you want to see my detailed thoughts on the film, I'll put a link below to that podcast. But for my personal most anticipated film of the year, with Godzilla, of course, is Guardians, and the embargo lifted on a set visit I did last September when I went to London to Pinewood Studios to check out the set of Guardians of the Galaxy. So if you want to see my super in-depth, lengthy interview with Chris Pratt, who plays Star-Lord, the main character of the film, he plays Andy Dwyer in Parks and Rec, one of my favorite comedies on TV. You can read that there. Also, there's a new trailer coming Monday, so stick around for that. We're going to be featuring the shit out of that on Screen Rant. A bunch of behind-the-scene photos, and a wicked new poster. So all of that's on Screen Rant right now. But for now, I got something in the mail a few weeks ago from a pal at Legendary, and it's for today, right? It's my survival kit, because Godzilla's attacking, and he's bringing the pain. If you look on the side of the box, this is kind of it's a cardboard box, but it's coated in plastic, so it's got a nice shine to it. This is attention, radioactive Q-zone protocols in effect. Immediately break seal on attack survival kit. Urgent. And you got all the radioactive warning symbols. Got some cool artwork on the side. You can kind of see Godzilla with some text there. And it says the same thing on this side. So this is the survival kit. So let's open this bad boy up. A little movie-themed unboxing video. Next week, of course, X-Men Days of Future Past. Another huge film hits theaters. And I have a little package on that to open up. I don't know where it is. It was here. But I'll do an X-Men one as well. It's kind of fun. So here we go. Godzilla. Slide off the top. And underneath, we have just a black cardboard box. A little shiny as well. Alright, so just looking in the top, you can see what looks to be a t-shirt all folded up around cardboard. And there's a lot of black little packing string. Look at that. Let's take a look at this t-shirt. Actually, it's very soft, this t-shirt. There you go. Look at that. It's pretty nice. Looks like it's my size. What is it? Small? Small. They know my size. When I get video game t-shirts or movie t-shirts, they always tend to be like XXL, and I can't use them, so we just give them away, or I bring them to conventions and hand them out and stuff like that. But this is a small, and it's got a nice little Godzilla logo on it. Nothing on the back. On the side, it's made by KX. I'm not familiar with that brand. Kinetics. And, yeah, what does this say? Made in LA. Worn worldwide. There you go. It's a nice t-shirt. Very high quality. I will actually wear that. And then inside of it, got some little knickknacks. Not sure it's stuff I'd use if Godzilla or one of these other monsters from the film actually attacks, but it's fun to have. Here's a little 2-pack of toys, minifigures of Godzilla and the Muto. If you've seen Godzilla or seen the trailers, you've seen this other kind of scrangly little beast with curved legs with wings on its back. That's the antagonist monster of the film. I guess every monster is really the antagonist, but the things Godzilla fights are Mutos. And if you look at the back, you can see them right there. Got his little legs out. See how it curves? Where is it? On this side? Kind of curves underneath, and it's got like an EMP blast when it hits the ground, and it wipes out all the electronics on all the military vehicles and stuff. So that's kind of cool. They make Godzilla look nice and cute and innocent with his big yellow eyes. Very neat. So who makes this? This is Bandai. Used to be called Namco Bandai. Now they're Bandai Namco. And on the video game front. All right, next up, what do we got? A Snickers bar. This actually, keep your energy up with some nuts and chocolate and caramel when you're trying to survive the attack and you're out of power. So that's actually kind of useful. I'd put that in my real survival pack. There's this thing, which I don't know what's in here. It's going to slides open, and it looks like a Godzilla flashlight, and it's like one of those little warning flare light things. It comes with a battery that, I don't know if it's intentionally like that. The battery's wrapped. Green star. I don't know if it's a fake battery, because it looks like it's all like radiated and stuff. I don't know if that's intentional for like design purposes, or if this battery actually has acid leaking out of it, and I'm holding this and it's very dangerous. Do not consume. But it's like a little LED. Does it work? No. Of course, there's no battery in it. Feels heavy, but that's a nice little Godzilla LED light, and then you can put the little cap on top. Make a little lamp out of it. There you go. A little Godzilla survival light. I don't know what the deal is with the Green Star battery. I've never heard of Green Star, so I don't know if that's like a movie thing or what the deal is, but I don't think that's very safe, so I better wash my hands after this. Next up, most of this box is actually empty. It's just this padding stuff. I'm not going to throw it everywhere like I did for my last video because that was a mess. Here we have like a little can. It looks legitimately like an actual survival kit, and it says survival kit on it, and you have some Japanese text up there. And on the back, it says survival kit in a sardine can. This is actually a legitimate survival kit for the most part. Here, take a look. I'll read out the ingredients later if you can't see it, but there's a whistle in there, a paper clip, a band-aid, a fire cube to start fires, alcohol preps. You got big red chewing gum, a Tootsie Roll. If you like sugar, you got a little piece of salt, the brisk tea, aspirin, a razor blade, a pin, string, pencil, duct tape, a little piece of duct tape, matches. So pretty helpful stuff. I can't read what that one is. But warning. This product contains chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer and or birth defects or other reproductive harm. Speaking of reproductive harm, that's a little hint about the plot of Godzilla. And last but not least, the highlight item is Smash Strike Godzilla. Because he likes to smash more than the Hulk does even. And in the back, you can kind of see, he's kind of weird looking because look at the center of his torso there, looks like a twist. He does the twist. That's right, Godzilla does the twist. So if you actually take him here, he's got a little kind of button on the back, this little circle thingy. He just kind of spazzes out, and you can kind of move it around a bit. It's actually a horrendously awful toy, and I don't know how much these cost in stores, but like that is just... What is the point of this? It barely even moves. I'd rather just have a nice detailed Godzilla figure. When I first opened this, like weeks ago before seeing the film, I thought, you know, Godzilla's kind of weird. He's not very proportionate. He looks really heavy in the bottom, but he's actually designed just like this in the film. And there was a funny controversy where a lot of Japanese fans, longtime fans of the character, thought the American version, this version of Godzilla, was too fat. But the director, Gareth Edwards, sorry, I got a text message there. The director, Gareth Edwards, who did Monsters, and that's what landed him this gig, intentionally designed him that way, compared him to like a bear with its big heavy stance. Combined with a whale and how it swims. And there's a lot of, actually, funny enough, most of the time you see Godzilla, he's just kind of swimming in the ocean. But I'm not going to spoil any plot points for you. Yeah, so I'll give you my brief thoughts on the film. It's actually totally worth watching in theater, but it's not a movie I would rewatch in theater because a lot of it's kind of boring. And I know one of the big criticisms is that even though the film is called Godzilla, there's actually surprisingly a very small amount of time, relatively speaking, of how much you get to see Godzilla on screen. So the first 2 acts are a lot of human stuff, and it's not the greatest. It's adequate to get you by, but it does feel a lot of it's like a big budget B movie. But visually speaking, it's very, very gorgeous. There's a lot of wicked set pieces, and the stuff with the Mutos, the other monsters, and then seeing Godzilla is incredible, and Godzilla just like smashing shit in various locations around the world is awesome. It's so cool. They did a really good job making Godzilla actually the king of the monsters, and I'm very excited for a sequel. So worth seeing in theaters. You don't need to see it in 3D, though. I know they're forcing it on most 3D screens, but if you can find a 2D screening of it, I'd recommend doing that instead, because a lot of it is dark. But there you go. Also, if you are a big fan of Godzilla and you want to supplement the film, maybe before you watch it or after, there's a prequel comic called Godzilla Awakening. I haven't finished it yet, but I have a digital copy of it I wanted to read, and maybe I'll write something about it on Screen Rant. I'll see. But I don't think there's anything really there to explore. But basically, it's sort of like a prequel comic to the film. It's written by Max and Greg Borenstein. Max Borenstein is actually the screenwriter of the film. So it's totally in canon. It's produced by Legendary Pictures. So you can check that out as well. So I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. This is all film and kind of fun related. And next week, I will have something on X-Men Days of Future Past. I'll do my best to make sure I get it up a few days before the film comes out, because I will be going to downtown Toronto to watch an early screening of it. One of our guys, Kofi on Screen Rant, has already seen it because they screened it super early in New York, and they've been doing their world press tour. I think they just had a thing in Sydney the other day. But in Toronto, we only get to see it a day or two early, and I typically don't drive down to Toronto because it's just such a pain in the ass. It's like 7-8 hours out of my day just to drive down there, find parking, get there early enough to get a good seat, and come home. So I just wait until it comes out in normal theaters and paid to see it opening night or Thursday night at midnight. But for this one, X-Men, I'm definitely going down early, taking a friend to see it before he travels. So for my thoughts on that, stay tuned. Like and subscribe to this channel for more fun film, video game related unboxing videos, other vlogs, and tons of gameplay videos. I hope you're enjoying this. Leave a comment if you've seen the movie, and let me know your thoughts. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.